There is a kind of trance we fall into without ever deciding to enter it. The alarm rings, the calendar fills, the bills arrive. We work, we spend, we sleep, we repeat. And somewhere in that quiet rhythm, we stop asking the big questions. We stop wondering whether the life we are building with money is actually the life we want to be living. George Kinder, a financial planner and philosopher, noticed this trance. He saw that most financial advice only asks, how much do you need to retire? But he wanted to ask a deeper question. A question that begins not with a number, but with a dream. George Kinder is often called the father of the life planning movement. He trained thousands of financial advisors, not just to manage portfolios, but to listen to the whole human being. His book, The 7 Stages of Money Maturity, is not a guide to beating the stock market. It is a map of the emotional and spiritual journey we take with money, from innocence to wisdom. And at the heart of his work are 3 questions. 3 questions so simple you could answer them on a napkin, and so powerful that they can change the direction of a whole family's life. Kinder's first question is this. Imagine you have all the money you will ever need, not just for security, but for complete freedom. You never have to earn another dollar unless you want to. Now ask yourself, how would you live? Would you travel? Would you create? Would you spend your days teaching your children something you never had time to teach? The purpose of this question is not to plan a fantasy. It is to reveal what truly matters to you, what your soul values beyond the paycheck. And when a couple answers this question honestly, they often discover they have been working towards different dreams. Now, Kinder tightens the frame. His second question brings mortality into the room, not as a threat, but as a teacher. He asks you to imagine that a doctor tells you you have only 10 years left to live. The time is not so short that you panic, but short enough that everything you postpone suddenly feels urgent. The question is, what would you change? Would you keep the job that drains you? Would you stay silent about that money mistake you have been carrying? Would you finally sit your family down and say, let's talk about what really matters to us? 10 years. It sounds like a long time until you measure it against a life. Kinder's clients often cry at this question, not from fear, but from the sudden clarity it brings. The purpose of this question is to reveal what you are postponing, the conversations you are avoiding, the values you have buried under the busyness of survival. When you share your answer with your partner, you may hear something you never expected. I would stop chasing the promotion and start painting again. I would forgive the debt and ask for forgiveness. This is not a financial exercise. This is a life exercise, with money as the mirror. And then comes the third and hardest question. Kinder asks you to imagine that you have only 24 hours to live. One day, the sun rises, the sun sets, and you are gone. The question is not about what you would do. It is about what you would regret. Who did you not become? What love did you not fully give? What truth did you never speak? This question is a scalpel. It cuts through everything that does not matter. And what remains is almost always the same. The regret is never about not earning enough money. It is about not being present enough with the people who gave that money its meaning. So, how do we bring Kinder's questions into our home without creating fear or pressure? The first practice is what I call the purpose date. Once a year, maybe on an anniversary or a quiet weekend, sit with your partner or your family, not at the dinner table where stress lives, but in a cafe, a park, or a place that feels like a small adventure. Ask each other the first question. If money were no object, how would you live? Do not interrupt, do not correct. Just listen and take notes. You aren't making a financial plan. you are making a map of each other's hearts. The second practice is the 10-year letter. Once a year, each person in the family writes a short letter, starting with the words, "If I only had 10 years left to live, I would change." And they write what they would stop doing, what they would start, and what they would say. The letters are sealed and placed in a box. They are not graded, they are not judged, they are simply witnesses to the truth that time is limited and that a life of meaning is built not on accumulating, but on choosing every single day what truly deserves to be chosen. The third practice is the most intimate. On a quiet evening, perhaps the last Sunday of each month, light a candle at the dinner table and ask the third question softly. If this were our last meal together, what would we want each other to know? Give everyone a small piece of paper. Let them write a word, a memory, a gratitude, something they would regret not saying. Collect these papers in a wooden box. Call it the legacy box. Over the months and years, it will fill with the only wealth that truly outlives us. The love we dared to express while we still had the time. 3 simple practices. 3 gentle questions turned into rituals. 1. The purpose date. Ask each other, if money were no object, how would you live? 2. The 10-year letter. Write down what you would change and seal it with honesty. 3. The legacy box. At the dinner table, ask, what would I regret not saying? And let the answer live in a small wooden box on the mantelpiece. Kinder teaches that money maturity is not about having the most. It is about knowing what enough means to you and having the courage to live it together. George Kinder once wrote that the ultimate goal of financial planning is not a number in a bank account. It is a life of freedom, meaning, and connection. The 3 questions are not a test you pass or fail. They are a compass you return to year after year as your answers shift and your family grows. If this message has stirred something in you, share it with the person you would most want to answer those questions with. Silo will keep walking toward the next quiet wisdom, and the road is wide enough for all of us. Subscribe and turn on the bell so we can keep building a life where money serves meaning and where the right question asked at the right moment can change everything. Thank you for being here tonight. Now, go light a candle and see what truth is ready to be spoken.